So welcome everyone. So as I said, I'm Sylvain Pache. I have been working at Algolia for 3 years. And today I will introduce you a project I'm focused on, which is DocSearch. So DocSearch is here to make sure we can help documentation by providing a nice search experience out of the box. But why we created DocSearch? So first of all, Algolia is a technical tool and we are developer. We are creating a tool that is meant for developer and we love documentation. We think it's always a great source of learnings. And we thought it was a bit hard to use documentation. This is why we provided this search discovery experience for documentation that will help you to browse the content of a documentation and make sure you can find the answer to the issue you might struggle with. We wanted to bring our expertise to documentation. So why? So that it's all started by three employees at Algolia who just went to Porto in Portugal, and they were decided to create a small POC of how we could help documentation. So they created a complete POC, and we wanted to share it to the world as a community gift. It was a gift we were doing at every Christmas, and we wanted to give back to the community. So everything started 5 years ago, and this is only because we think documentation deserves care. That's something we also try to do with our own documentation, provide the best developer experience, because documentation is always the best source of truth and it will help you to learn faster. And it's mainly because we, as a developer, we experience a lot of frustration while browsing documentation. So we wanted to address this pain point and stop having such a pain point. It was also for us the best way to give back to the community because we love open source, we are using open source, and we wanted to play our part into this world. So how we achieve those objectives? So mainly by trying to provide an experience out of the box. If you are a maintainer of a documentation, you just need to copy and paste in simple JavaScript snippet within your documentation, and you will have the DocSearch discovery experience. It's a tool made by and for developer. We want to make sure it's easy to use. It's powered by Algolia, so you will benefit a lot of features such as typo tolerance and real-time experience. And also it's a way to provide analytics on usage of the search within the documentation so that documentation maintainer can be data-driven and create the content based on its usage. But now let's have a look how it's built. So mainly DocSearch is built with three main components: a crawler that we created and designed based upon Scrapy, which is an open source scraper. And this scraper is running every day. It will go into the documentation and retrieve the data based on the config to make sure we retrieve the payload of the documentation. This data will be sent to Algolia, and Algolia will build an index that will help you to browse the documentation. Once the Algolia index is built, you will use the UI for DocSearch that will just interact with the Algolia index and provide this discovery experience. We want to do something that is like a conversational experience and make sure all documentation can benefit from that. For sure, it's entirely free. You only need to copy and paste a JavaScript snippet and you can have this experience. Our search UI, so that's a new UI we have released because for 5 years we were relying on the V2 and now we decided to move on and to provide you a new experience. That's basically the anatomy of this new experience. We want to give the user the full picture of the documentation and provide the full context of a result. When a user is using our tool, we want to make sure he has a learn as you type experience and discover the documentation by just searching in it. It will help to solve the issue you might have when you just go on the documentation. We also provide a feature which is analytics for maintainer to help them build the documentation based on the usage. It will help maintainer to understand what their users do not understand. Those metrics are simple: the number of users, the searches, the no result rate, which is basically how many queries were made without a result. So it will provide actionable point to maintainer that might, based on the usage, create a content. For example, on this one from Bootstrap, it will help the maintainer to understand that Date Picker needs to have documentation to help its user to use them. And it will also provide some analytics regarding which part of the documentation performs the best to understand how the documentation is used overall. This is a simple example of a configuration we are creating. It will just set up the crawl that is happening every day. It will define what content is relevant within the documentation. So the data retrieve is mainly title and subtitle. And for 5 years, we iterate on building our own strategy to parse the content and provide a nice experience. Once we have this configuration, we will run a crawl accordingly. So that's basically just running a simple command that will go through your website, browse the website by following every links, extract and build record from it, and then provide an Algolia index ready to use. Once this index is ready to use, we will just need to make sure the UI is correctly connected with this index by just specify some credential or copying a JavaScript snippet. What we have done so far, so we wanted to recreate a learn as you type experience. That's something we did not know when we started DocSearch, but we have seen that a user is actually correcting himself while using the search because of the contextual information he collects along the way. We wanted something really out of the box, easy to use, because we do value developer experience. We wanted to offer this experience to any kind of website. And we wanted to make sure we are community driven, because for 5 years we have been widely used on several projects, and based on this those feedback, we wanted to create something that evolves based on the usage. We want to provide a customized experience. But let's see the state of the search with numbers. So for the last year, we help around 3.5 million users a month, which represent 77 searches a month for approximately 25 million of records. At Algolia, we always give a reply to a search query within 20 milliseconds. And just note that a blink of an eye is around 10 milliseconds. So we want to make sure the experience is completely real time and the user didn't notice what is going on. And for one website, we have one crawl, and today we are helping around 3,300 websites. We are super happy to help those big projects. I'm pretty sure you already use some of them, and we are really proud to make sure to help them being successful, because we always are keen to help open source, and we are always using those tools. For example, Bootstrap, React, TypeScript, you name it. And so we decided to create a V3 after some learnings along the way. indeed, we notice some point to address, and this is why we wanted to release a new version of our UI. First of all, it's the mobile experience. At first, when we created DocSearch, we didn't knew it would be so much used on a mobile, and wanted to make sure this experience has the care it deserves. And also, we wanted to create something really focused on performance. 5 years ago, the web was not as performance oriented as it used to be now. So we wanted to make sure we have something with a better packaging, lighter assets, and something you will want to use. And last but not least, we decided to go for a modal search, which will be a full page search on your website, because we noticed that when a user search, he is only focused on searching, and we wanted to have the full space to make sure we will give the right information at the right time. How we made that? So we learn for sure from DocSearch, but also from custom integration made for other key player and customer we have, who created tool and gave us some feedback regarding how their documentation is being used. We also collect some feedback from a demo we've made on Mozilla documentation and also from DocSearch itself. But to make sure we would gather all those feedback, we created a developer survey, and we send it to all our maintainers to really make sure we will address their pain point. And that's finally made by creating a new autocomplete.js, which is the underlying library of the UI. So we created a new version of autocomplete.js too. The results. So now you will have this modal search. So basically it will go full page and make sure you have every information you need. We also wanted to provide something with dark mode to make sure it will help you at any time along the day. The mobile experience will be also feel native by making sure it's as simple, as streamlined as possible. We wanted to have a cohesion and being full screen to really make something that will feel native. The anatomy of the new version is described here. So you will have an overlay that will go full page, on which you will have the search. We wanted to also have a keyboard integration, so we decided to go for the Command plus K shortcut. That's something that will extend your everyday life experience. For example, if you use tools like Messenger, Slack, Discord, or Telegrams, we wanted to make sure we can boost your productivity by helping you learning faster. And we wanted also to have an homogeneous overall experience by extending your IDE experience. And last but not least, we wanted to make sure it was accessible, because we do not want to lose any user along the way. So you can see now, like, the experience that you will have will be homogeneous between mobile or desktop. And we wanted to provide something really customized. So we went for implementing new feature, such as recent searches that will help you to go through the last searches you have made. And if you, for example, you are in a bus and you want to come back later on the documentation, you will be able to favorite some searches and come back later on. And also the search section. So in case the search has no result at all, the maintainer will be able to provide some guidance regarding how to browse the documentation and maybe go into another section. You will also able to warn the maintainer that your query is lacking of results by just raising your issue. So DocSearch is based upon Algolia, and Algolia requires a good internet connection. So now the UI will let you know and warn you when it was unable to access internet and to make sure you know what is going under the hood. And finally, also based on Docusaurus improvements. So Docusaurus is a tool that helps you to create a complete website out of only Markdown files. And they now provide a dark mode within the V2. And that's something we also want to provide with, because it's a tool that should help you at any time within the day. That's really the feedback we collected for 5 years, and we are happy to make sure now it's concrete and it's released. We also wanted to have a technical improvement, such as the bundle size, which now is half size of it used to be. We also leverage the lazy loading of Docusaurus, because for now the V3 will be pre-released on Docusaurus to help us to iterate faster before releasing a vanilla version. And also, we wanted to have the minimum dependency possible. One more thing regarding this new release, you will also be able to access analytics that are not completely accurate, and that will allow you to go into a granularity of accuracy way much better by knowing exactly which record performs the best. And we created a completely new infrastructure running our crawl on Kubernetes to make sure we will be able to follow the evolution of DocSearch and to provide to help as many websites as we can. We are also working to make sure the crawl can be triggered on demand, and that's something that we will let you know soon. Next, what are the next steps? So once we have iterated on Docusaurus V2, we will release a vanilla version with a migration guide and help you to understand how you can go from the V1 to the V2 in no time. We decided to iterate on Docusaurus because the structure of the documentation is the same for all websites, and we wanted to be sure we could go faster on iterating on those experiences. A special thanks to Kevin Granger and François Chalifou, who help us cooking this new version, and we will be happy to collect your feedback if you have any. If you are a maintainer of a documentation, just go on our website, so docsearch.algolia.com, and you will be able to apply for DocSearch, and we will provide you the JavaScript snippet to copy and paste within your website. If you have any idea, feel free to submit it. We are eager to have your feedback, and we really want to provide something that is community driven, so feel free to reach out. We will be happy to help. Thank you.
Congrats, Sylvain. So we have a lot of questions for you. So we have 6 questions. We might not be able to all answer to them, but so some of them we're gonna take them live, and some of them you can type the answer directly.
Okay, sure.
We have one question from Federico. Is the drop-down view still available?
So it will still be available by using the V2, but we will highly recommend you to go with the new version, because it's really a feedback we had is when you search, you are really focused on searching.
Okay, cool. We have a question from Sarah. How does the dark mode work? Is it fully controlled by the website where DocSearch is included, or does it work on its own based on the date and time?
So that's something you can toggle on Docusaurus. You have a toggle button and you can switch from the light mode to the dark mode. But Docusaurus will just learn the setting from your browser to make sure it provides the corrected mode. For example, if you always use the browser in a dark mode, you will not need to toggle the button. It will be by default.
Thank you. So another question from Sardar. We are not talking about only the sites that are generated by Docusaurus, right? DocSearch can integrated with sites generated by other generators?
Definitely, it's just a choice we have made to iterate faster on this v3. It's to pre-release it on Docusaurus, but it's just for sometimes. And once we have something completely steady, we will provide a vanilla version with a migration guide that will help anyone to have the new version.
Okay, so actually you're answering pretty fast, so we might all take them.
Cool.
So question from Parvez, can we use DocSearch v3 in Docusaurus v1?
So that's not something planned right now. So far, the v3 is will be only available for the v2 of Docusaurus, but that's something you might want to share with the Docusaurus maintainer. And actually, since we will provide a vanilla version, maybe you could overwrite it, but that's something that we will need to see with the Docusaurus maintainer.
Okay. And then finally, we have two questions from Sarah. So how do you handle different versions of the documentation?
So that's something. So either we define a selector that will let you know which version, which part of the website defines the version, or for example, for Docusaurus, and that's something we highly recommend, is just to provide metadata that will let the scrapper know which version is it, and then thanks to a facet of Algolia, every time you will be on the, for example, the latest version, every query you will do will be filtered on the latest version.
Okay. And so finally, how well does this integrate within React and Vue projects? Do you plan for dedicated widgets?
So far we have one version that works for React, and that's something, it was also a feedback we had. It's like now we will be able to provide a React component. As for Vue, it's not clearly defined yet, but we will most probably go for just providing a vanilla version. We will see, depending of help we can have, we will be happy to provide a Vue component, but that's not planned so far.
Okay. Okay, Sylvain, thank you very much.